Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into what Bill Gates is saying about the whole AI revolution. And look, he's calling it maybe the most profound technical thing to happen in our lifetime. But, and this is a big but, he's also super honest about the real price we're all going to have to pay for it.
All right, so let's just jump right in with the question that I know is on everybody's mind. You see all this money, just billions and billions pouring into AI. So, are we just looking at another massive bubble here? Is this whole thing gonna pop?
So, to get a handle on this AI craze, Bill Gates draws this really important line in the sand. He's like, look, this isn't the tulip mania. That was just crazy speculation about flowers. There was nothing really there. No, he says what we should really be thinking about is the dot-com bubble from back in the late 90s.
And that difference? It's absolutely everything. Because think about it. With the internet, yeah, a ton of companies went bust. Pets.com, right? But the internet itself, the underlying technology, it completely changed the world. And Gates is basically saying, yep, that's exactly what's happening all over again with AI. So yeah, for sure, it's a total frenzy right now. You've got companies just torching cash on ideas that are, well, they're just not going to make it. But here's the thing. The big tech giants, Gates says they are all in. Why? Because they know this isn't just hype. The core breakthrough is real, and it's way too big to sit on the sidelines for. Okay, so we've established it's a breakthrough, not just a bubble. But how big are we talking here? Well, for Bill Gates, this isn't just, the next hot tech trend. He sees this on a scale that's, well, it's something else entirely.
I mean, just let that sink in for a second. This is coming from the guy who co-founded Microsoft. He's the man who literally helped put a computer on every desk in the world. So when he says this, it carries a ton of weight. He's not just saying it's big, he's suggesting this is a bigger deal than the personal computer, maybe even bigger than the internet.
And look, when Gates uses the word intelligence, he's not talking about some sci-fi abstract idea. He means real-world stuff that has huge value. Like, just picture this, a personal tutor for every single kid on the planet, or getting solid medical advice instantly no matter where you are, or designing life-saving drugs in a tiny fraction of the time it takes now. That's the kind of game-changing value he's pointing to.
Okay, but a revolution this big, it's not going to be all sunshine and roses, right? It doesn't come for free. And Gates, to his credit, tackles the two biggest concerns people have head-on. He doesn't try to sweep them under the rug.
First up, the energy problem. These AI data centers, they are unbelievably power-hungry. We're talking a staggering amount of electricity, and it's already causing real problems, with whole communities saying no thanks because they're worried their own power bills are going to go through the roof. And then there's the second one, the one I'm sure you're already thinking about, jobs. What happens to jobs? Because let's be real, AI is built to automate tasks that humans are doing right now, and that's going to have some major consequences. And on this point, Gates is crystal clear. He says we have to be honest and just talk frankly about the fact that jobs are going to be affected in a big way. It might be an uncomfortable conversation, but he's saying that pretending it's not going to happen, that's just not an option.
So, okay, we've got this massive, game-changing technology, but it comes with some pretty hefty costs. So what's the solution? How are governments supposed to handle all this? Well, Gates actually has a pretty clear playbook for how policymakers should approach it.
His game plan for the government boils down to two main rules. Rule number one, be predictable. Simple, right? If you want companies to pour billions into new factories or power plants, you can't be changing the rules of the game every single year. And rule number two, treat everyone equally. Be fair.
And that fairness part is so important. Gates is basically warning governments, don't pick winners and losers. Don't start propping up companies just because you own a piece of them. Because if you want real innovation, the best technology has to win out, not just the company with the best lobbyists or government connections.
So, at the end of the day, Gates' message is really clear. The AI revolution isn't some flimsy bubble, it's a tidal wave. And yeah, it promises to unlock some truly unprecedented human potential. But it also comes with these very real costs to our energy and our job market. The transformation's happening, it's inevitable. So the only real question left is, are we going to be smart enough to manage it?